So Stellar Blade just released, and I'm here looking at all my main handhelds, ready to test them on the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Legion Go, and the Nintendo Switch 2. Wait, is Stellar Blade for the Nintendo Switch 2? Well, I guess we'll find out. But let's see exactly how well all of these handhelds perform against each other to run Stellar Blade. And this will actually be my first time playing this game, so I can't wait to get into it. But yeah, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy the video. So first we're going to check out the Stellar Blade demo on the Steam Deck. So let's start it up. And of course there's some launch issues with the Steam Deck version. The Nintendo Switch version is probably going to run a lot better. There we go, finally it's done initializing. And there we have it, the main menu. So far it's stuck at 50 FPS. Okay, so we have FSR 3 enabled in performance mode. I'll put it in balance with frame generation on and everything else low just to see and test our waters here. Wow, it looks awesome, even on an 800p screen. So far it's running at 90 FPS. That's just the cutscene. Okay, you can see the FSR kind of freaking out over there and the frame generation square in the middle. Very distracting to see those things. DLSS is way better. I could barely notice it on the Nintendo Switch 2. But FSR definitely has a long way to go in terms of subtleness. And just for reference, I believe I'm at 15 watts and I enabled allow tearing. Awesome. Whew, is this where we start? Oh man, it looks great. I put the FSR to balanced. Okay, going kind of slow. All right, forget it. It looks great, but it doesn't play that great. It's at 35 to 40 FPS currently. It's going a little slow. I'm going to try to change the FSR to performance. So far, not good. Okay, it's going a little faster. All right, great. In performance mode, it's at 60 to 65 FPS. Okay, no, it's dropping to 50 right now. Dropped to 40. Spoke too soon. So far, not great on the Steam Deck OLED. And I have no doubt that the Legion Go will do better. Okay, and on the Legion Go, it's in the Steam Deck graphics preset. I'll just put the preset to medium with the FSR 3 set to balanced and everything else in medium and low with frame generation on. All right, we're starting out strong with the Legion Go, but I'm pretty sure the resolution is set to 1600p right now. Oh, would you look at that? We're in the same cutscene. May as well watch it. We are at 1600p. I was wondering why it was running kind of slow. Let's go down to 1080p, see what happens. Oh, this is a lot better than the Steam Deck OLED. That's for sure. It's at 55 FPS at 1080p. The Legion Go is just fantastic, especially the fact that it has SteamOS. Yeah, this is very nice. It's actually very playable, and it looks pretty good. The FSR is set to balanced mode, by the way, not performance. Let's see what happens when we put the resolution down to 800p, which is the Steam Deck's native resolution. All right, it's running at 75 FPS. This is extremely playable, so I'm gonna mess with the FSR just to make it look a little better now. And I set the FSR to quality mode, so it's still running at around 70 FPS, and I set the FSR to quality mode. Wow, this looks incredible. But of course, it's at 800p, but I still think it's very playable and it looks good enough. All right, now we're testing out Stellar Blade on the ROG Ally. And would you look at that, we're at the same cutscene. I guess we gotta watch it again. Do we unlock this suit later? It does look great on the ROG Ally. I have it running at turbo mode currently, at 25 watts unplugged. And so far it's running pretty smooth. For some reason it's at 26 FPS, but because of the VRR, it's still running very smooth. This shows how effective VRR is with handhelds. Every handheld needs it, and Nintendo even knows that. And they're not even tech savvy. Okay, let's try to switch some graphic settings up. It's at quality, I'll turn it into balanced, frame generation on. Okay, there we go, much smoother. Right now the FPS is at 65. This is a lot more improved. It's probably better than the Legion Go while using SteamOS. Right now it's at 70 FPS and this is 1080p, I believe. Yes, it's at 1080p. I could even try 720p to see exactly how well it'll perform with lower resolution in case you're on a road trip and you want to save some battery. All right, it is going 120 FPS while the FSR is set to balanced with most of the settings set to medium or low. At turbo mode, 720p. Wow, this is by far the best experience so far. Ooh, oh, that is so smooth, man. It's insane. I'm instinctually pressing RT because I think it's dodge, just like Bayonetta. You can't really dodge that far or frequently. So far, this is the best experience on the ROG Ally opposed to the Legion Go using SteamOS, and definitely better than Steam Deck because that was low settings and that thing was still running at 30 to 40 FPS, going very slow because there was no FSR. As you saw, with lower FPS, it was still smoothed out on the ROG Ally and was not going very smooth because of the VRR. And you can tell on the ROG Ally, even though it had lower FPS, it was still smoothed out by the VRR. Alright, so let's check out the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Stellar Blade. You know what? I don't think it's available on Nintendo Switch 2. I tried looking everywhere. I searched Stellar Blade so many times. I can't believe it. It's not on the Nintendo Switch 2. It makes no sense. Isn't the Nintendo Switch 2 like the most powerful, most up-to-date handheld there is? Surely it would have Stellar Blade. And hopefully you didn't take too much offense by this joke. I'm just trying to point out that a lot of games are available on those handheld PCs that can do exactly what the Nintendo Switch 2 can do, and possibly a little better, but I am most likely going to buy Stellar Blade when it does drop on the Switch 2, whenever that will be. It probably will take a few months to maybe a year in order to be ported to the system, but you can play it right now on the Steam Deck, Legion Go, or anything that can access PC platforms like Steam, and they play extremely well, and as you can see, they can be just as convenient. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and please don't take too much offense. I'm sorry, okay? But I hope you at least enjoy the other valid parts of this video. I hope you have a good one. Later.